I was watching something on social media today, right? And a woman, she looked like she in her 40s, okay? And she said, the man asked her, would you still get flown out? You know, would you, if you had a boyfriend and somebody said they want to fly you out? She said, hell yeah. I still would want to get flown out, even though she had a boyfriend. Let me share something with you. At 40 years old, that should not be the goal. Do you hear me? Because you look like you was in your 40s. At 40 years old, that should not be the goal to get flown out. Okay? That should not be the goal. Even at 20 should not be the goal. Okay? Because what that mean? That you sound like you selling JJ. That's what it sound like, damn it. That's what it sound like. Okay? That is what it sound like. At 40 years old, only time you supposed to be passing the collection plate of pussy is to your husband. Y'all do too much on these social media streets. And I'm tired of y'all getting in here talking about the whole phase lasts forever. The whole phase is not even supposed to be. Let me share something with you. And I want to say this, and I want you to hear it clearly. The whole phase should only be for your husband. You want to pass the collection plate of pussy, pass it to your husband, baby. Pass it to your husband. Not out here talking about, oh, I love to get flown out and you 40-something years old. Baby, where? A person, listen, this is one thing my uncle said to me when I was young. A fool at 40 will remain a fool. Okay? If you 40 years old and you still doing nonsense, you will remain like that. You will remain like that. All types of nonsense. Why you think that made sense to come on social media and tell us that? Okay? With that gold tee and everything. Why you come on social media and make it seem like, you know, that's the new end thing. You look like you 40 years old talking about, yeah, I still get flown out. You only live once. Get that nonsense out of here, 40 years old. You supposed to be somewhere enjoying your marriage and waiting for those kids to get out of the house and stuff like that. Okay? Waiting and praying for those kids to get up out that house so you could be running around naked with your husband. Y'all foolish. Take heed to the message.